Hello, welcome back to the interface. My name's Alex, and today we're looking at the Honda E infotainment system. So we get a nice little chime when the car turns on. We've got a driver's display over here, which we'll look at in a second. But the main thing we're going to look at is the infotainment system itself. So we've got two main displays. We've got a driver's display here and then a sort of a passenger display over there. And these widgets on the side are quite customizable. So we can go ahead and click and hold that down, and we can actually customize what is on this side of the screen. Frequently used shortcuts, and then what we can do is we can drop in the shortcuts. So for me, I like using DAB radio, so I'm going to drop that into there, and we can select the DAB radio. We've also got the phone navigation, so that's how you customize that. And it's the same sort of situation over there. So if we hold down one of these buttons, we can go ahead and drop in one of the apps. So again, we can drop in DAB, and then we can get access to the DAB radio on either side of the screen. We'll click hit done on both of those. So we've got Apple CarPlay on the Honda E, we've got wireless Apple CarPlay and also wired Apple CarPlay. There's some USB ports down there. And then along the main top of the dashboard, we've got this wooden effect panel, and we've got controls for the volume, an actual volume knob here. Got the on and off system for the audio, we've got the brightness controls, we've got the home button, and then there's an NFC reader as well. We've got the shortcut button for the parking assist feature on the Honda E. If we click the home button, it takes us back to the main screen. We've got the brightness controls here, so we can go ahead and adjust the brightness if we want to. So we can go ahead, make it a bit darker, and we can even choose the brightness controls for the mirror system as well, and then the meter, and then the central display. We can even just turn the display off as well. So on the main screen, we've got a wallpaper, so we can customize that wallpaper by going to the settings for the actual car. So we go to the all apps section. We've got general settings down here. Then we've got the system, smartphone connection, connections, display, sound, camera, voice control. So I'm going to go ahead and press display. We can choose a different type of wallpapers we want. So being a Japanese car, we've got some Japanese sort of images. So we've got a cherry blossom tree. So we're going to choose that one. Go back to the home screen. And we've got this nice cherry blossom screen. And you can see we've got this sort of translucent effect on the right hand side by the widgets. So also on the main screen, we've got the range for the car. So at the moment, I've got a 62% battery, and it's given us 66 miles. We can also choose the charging station that's closest to us as well. So looking back at the top of the screen, we've got a back button. So if you're used to Android phones, you'll have a back button usually. You've got the home button there. Got a recent apps feature. So that will open up a carousel of what apps have been open on the Honda E. And we've also got a swap app feature. So we're going to go ahead and choose the CarPlay app, and we can move the CarPlay unit over to the other side of the screen. It will swap the DAB with the CarPlay unit, so we can do that. We go to the all apps tray. There's a lot of apps that come with the Honda E. So we've got the AHA radio, app installer. You can actually install APK files on the Honda E if you want to, because it does run Android under the skin. Got Aquarium, which we'll look at in a second. We've got a Bluetooth audio feature, a clock, DAB, EV menu, FM, general settings, HDMI in, which we'll look at in a second, Honda App Center, messages, multi-view camera, navigation, owner's manual, personal assistant, phone, power flow, Apple CarPlay, system updates, trip computer, USB, vehicle settings, and Wi-Fi hotspot. So I think the AHA radio is a third-party app. So just have a look what that is. It's like nearby places and things. So we've got app installer, so we can go ahead and install APK files if a USB device is connected. Got the Aquarium, which is probably the highlight feature of the Honda E. So it takes a little while to load here. We've got some fish on here, and we can tap the screen to feed the fish. And we can even customize the type of fish that are here. So we can say, I want less of these different types. So we can say less of the dory fish. And we can even customize the sort of background that we've got. So if I click save on that, we've got some different type of fish there. It's quite cool. Go back to the all apps section. We've got Bluetooth audio, it's pretty self-explanatory. We've got the clock, so we've got a nice display for the clock. We've also got the DAB radio, we've got the EV menu. So the EV menu gives you lots of options. You can see how much charge left in the car, how many miles are left, if the air conditioning's on, which it is currently, if the car's plugged in. We've also got the option to open the charge lid. Got the charging wait time schedule, preconditioning climate schedule, it's operation, charge limit settings there, so we can go ahead and choose how full the car will charge at public chargers and at home chargers. We've got the schedule here, so you can choose to charge off-peak if you've got an off-peak charging plan at home. Got the Honda App Center, which needs a mobile plan on the Honda E, which this car does not currently have. You can also use the Wi-Fi connection as well. Got some messages from the car, got multi-view camera, so we've got some views around the car, and we can also see if the steering wheel's being moved, and you can also view behind you as well, also the side as well, which is pretty good. Got the built-in sat-nav, so the Honda E does have CarPlay, but you can also use the built-in navigation system. So you've got the elevation, what direction you're facing in, as well as the map view. This isn't the most fancy system in the world, and CarPlay would be a better option, but at least it does have a satellite navigation system built in. Owner's manual, personal assistant, so we can do.
No valid subscription.
So you need a subscription to use the personal assistant on this particular model, but if you've got that active, then you'd be able to use the personal assistant. Got the phone system. We've got power flow, so if we check the power flow, it should tell us where the power is going in the car. Oh, so it's a very similar to view to the EV sort of view. Let's go back a page. We've also got Apple CarPlay. There is Android Auto on here as well if you've got an Android phone. System updates, trip computer, USB, vehicle settings. So let's have a look at vehicle settings. So there's lots of options in here. So we've got a deflation warning system, driver assistance, meter setups, door window setup, lighting setup, keyless. So let's have a look at the deflation warning system. So this is just the TPMS. We can calibrate the system and it will, if you've got a warning about the tyre pressure. Got driver assistance setup as well. So let's have a quick look in here. So we've got a lot of options in here. We can choose whether or not the car will do certain things. So we've got preceding vehicle proximity warning distance. So this will tell you about any forward collision warnings, which is quite useful. We've got ACC vehicle, so adaptive cruise control vehicle ahead detection beep. That's currently turned off, so it's going to tell you if a car's moved out of the range. Cut-in prediction control, so for the adaptive cruise control again, that's on as well. Lead car departure notification system, so that'll tell you if the lead car you're following with the adaptive cruise control has departed. Got lane keep assistance beep, so that's going to be turned off currently. Blind spot information, so that's turned on, and there's a visual and audible alert, and then by the mirrors. Got the traffic sign recognition warning, that's currently on. Side camera mirror view, so we can choose whether or not to have a wide view, which gives you some sort of wider bars at the side. So I'm going to turn that back to the normal view. We've also got reference line displays. So whenever you indicate, it'll come on with some lines, give you some references because they are cameras, so they're a bit tricky to read. Got reversing reference lines. We've got Honda Parking Pilot, as well as the detection beep for the Parking Pilot as well. Got the meter setup, so we can choose between the warning messages on the screen here. So whenever you get a warning message, the car at the moment isn't telling you any information about it, and there's now some text to go along with it. Got outside temperature display, so we can actually have it calibrated plus or minus some degrees. I'm not entirely sure why you'd want that, but it's on 0 at the moment. Got trip A, B, alarm volume control, indicator tone. So we can choose between different types of indicators. That's less harsh. We've got tone 1, which is a standard one. We've also got tone 3. Quite interesting that. I might go back for that one. Got reverse position alert tone as well. We've got lots of options in here. We've got turn by turn display. I can choose to have it in here, which is very useful actually. Speed distance, rear seat reminder, so you can turn the rear seat reminder off. Just gives you a heads up if something's been left in the back, but you can turn that off, which is pretty good. Got keyless access setup, so you can have smart entry lights flash, which is turned on. The doors will unlock for you. We've got the auto power on off, so the vehicle will turn on or off in conjunction with bringing in and taking out the key. That's currently turned on, which is good. Got lighting setup, so interior light dimmer duration, that's on for 30 seconds. Headlight auto off timer, again that's 15 seconds. And then headlight integration with wipers. So selects on or off the headlight function and wiper operation when the headlight is on auto, which is pretty good. And lastly, we've got the door window setup. So it says the outer handle pop-out setting. So that's currently on when you've got the key fob near the car. Keyless lock notification, so it will tell you the lights will flash whenever you lock it. And then security relock timer, so that's 30 seconds if you unlock the car without opening the doors. So that's all the vehicle settings for the car. So we're going to go back to the all apps display again. General settings for the infotainment system. So there's a lot of stuff in here again. So we've got the system. So we can choose the date and time for the car, set the date and time auto daylight saving. So we're going to turn that on actually. So it should pick it up from some sort of GPS or the DAB. Got the time zone, so we're currently in London, so that's fine. Automatic time zone should be on, but again, probably picks up from GPS. Date format, that's the correct date format, 12-hour format, that's good. Got the language, touch panel sensitivity, so we can say hi, and then that gives a bit more control over the screen. System volumes, we've got location data sharing, so we got that's currently turned on. Passenger app launcher always, about information, so we've got about the car. Got the build number for the Android version is running Android 8. Status, so we've got the IP address for the car, the Wi-Fi MAC address, the uptime, and the location as well. There's some detail information here, so we've got app manager, so we can view what apps are actually on the screen, and then here we've got the Android OS of the car. So we've got go back a page there, so it's going to take us out of the Android bit there. Got smartphone connection, so I've got my iPhone connected to Apple CarPlay, and it tells you in there whether or not it is. Got connections, that's for Bluetooth, so and Wi-Fi as well. So we can connect the car to Wi-Fi or connect your phone to the Wi-Fi network of the car as well. We've got display options. It's got the image quality adjustment, so we can choose all the details from this button here. I've got the wallpaper again, so we've got some images on here we can choose from. Got the sound, so we can actually choose the bass and treble for the car. At the moment it's on 0, and it sounds really good on this level of configuration. Got balance fader, so it's set to the center of the car. Got speed volume compensation, so as you get faster it will increase the volume. And then subwoofer volume as well, so that's set, we'll set that to default. And we've got the camera, so we can choose the cross traffic monitor as well as the multi-view camera and the guidelines, and choosing all the options on that. And then lastly, we've got voice control. So we've got normal and assist. The assist will tell you what to do. The normal mode is if you know what to say. So that's everything on the infotainment screen. Down here, we've got the climate control system. So we've got a very clear and easy to use climate control system. So you can turn on or off the air conditioning, and then we get a display of what's happening up there. So turn the air conditioning back on. We've got a recirculation button, so it'll tell you whether or not the air is coming in or out of the car. You can turn on or off the air conditioning. We can choose between the different modes. So we've got the windscreen heating, whether or not it's on your face or legs. Got the heated windscreen, so we actually got a proper heated windscreen on the Honda E, which is really good. Rear heated window as well, and we've got the automatic. It'll adjust the temperature to what you've selected. We can turn that off again. So we've got 2 heated seats with 3-stage heated seats, which is really, really nice. So on this side, we've got the driver's display. So we've got a customizable display here. So on the right hand side, we've got the power flow. So when you accelerate, you'll get a blue line here that's going to get larger. And then when you regen, the green line will get bigger as well. Got some warning symbols on this side about seatbelt not on and different things. And in the center of the screen is a picture of the Honda E. And when you're using cruise control or lane assist, you'll get some animations in here and some pictures of other cars. So on the driver's display, we've got some widgets on the left hand side. So if you press the home button on the steering wheel, so this button here, takes you back to this view. And then there's widgets on this side, so you can view things like the speed and time, range and energy. So click on range and energy. It will tell you how full the car is, so how much range you've got left, 57 miles in my case. And then I've done an average of 3.7 kilowatts, miles per kilowatt hour. And that's the amount of miles, so 1,288 miles. Go back, we've got information here. We've got that's where the current alarms for the car would show. So if there's a charging problem or the charger flaps open, for example. No content, customized display, safety support, so we can view all the safety systems on the Honda E. So we click the button, if we scroll down actually, we can see the road departure mitigation, spot information system. So the blind spot information system, there'll be some little orange warnings. This icon here will glow orange if you've got someone in a blind spot. Got low speed braking control. We've got collision mitigation braking system. I'll go back with the buttons. What seat belts are active, so we can see exactly what seats are occupied and whether or not they've got the seat belt on. Speed alarm, navigation. Navigation's pretty good. If you've got CarPlay running, it will tell you the next turn you need to do, so you can have something else on the main infotainment screen, and this will tell you exactly what is what. Got phone. So when you got a phone call, you can press this button in here, and you can decline or answer the phone. Audio, tell you exactly what's playing on the audio system. And then we've got speed and time, so it'll tell you average of 35 mile an hour and then 36 hours used. I'm charging on a rapid charge at the moment, and we can see I've got 60% battery left and 40 minutes to charge. So these are the mirrors on the Honda E. So we've got a camera warning system. So I guess if the cameras are not working, there'll be a little display here to show you that it's not working. And we've got the blind spot. This will glow orange when we've got someone in our blind spot. Up there is the rear view mirror. At the moment, it's in its camera configuration. If we flick this away from us, it turns into a normal mirror again. And then we've got flick it towards us again, and we've got the camera feed. There are some buttons under here, so we can choose the brightness of the display, so it gives you some more contrast. And we've got a option in here for the auto brightness, so that's turned on currently, so we can move the camera up and down if we need to, if we feel we're not getting enough view of the cars behind us. So I'm going to put that there, I think. And we go back to the main screen. We can also sort of tilt it as well. Okay, that's been a look at the Honda E infotainment system. If you want to learn more about the interface, have a look at the interface.uk. We've also got a full review of this car live on the Interface channel. Check it out in the description down below. Thanks for watching this video. My name's Alex, and we'll see you again next time.